All right, now let's get into the next part of this assignment, which is how do I actually use the tools in this program? So I'm going to go over to that last page that I created. I put my name on there saying that this is mine, and now I need to start thinking about what are the three pieces of information that I want to add into my Jamboard, and you could do more. Like if you look at mine, you guys. I did way more than three pieces of information. Okay, so you can always use, I have mine there as an example. You can get to know me. I gave loads of information about my likes and dislikes. I introduced my daughter here. I told you one of my pet peeves. This is my dog. You can see I've got 4 images instead of just 2. I put my question up here. I wonder if it's possible. Put my, just teeny tiny, maybe could have made that bigger. Said what grades I'm teaching, what school I'm from. Okay, so that's your example. So how do you actually start to get some of that stuff onto your Jamboard page? There's lots of different tools. So maybe you might want to start with add an image. Um, so you could, if you've got images on your computer, you can definitely do that where you can upload it from your computer. You could do a Google image search though. Let's try skiing. See what shows up. There we go. Okay, so say you're like, okay, ideally you put a picture of yourself skiing, but say you don't have that. I'm going to select this skiing image and there we go. And then that goes into my Jamboard. And so maybe I might say something, I'm going to add a little bit of a description there with it. So I clicked on my text box and then I clicked over on the page and that opened up my text box. I'm going to say one of my favorite. I think already I can tell that this is way too big, so I'm going to go down to normal. And then check this out. I can just change the direction. One of my favorite, it's not gonna go. Sports is big. There we go. Okay, so then your arrow moves things, right? So I can just move this over here like that. Okay, so that's a different way. There's a couple other features. So, okay, up top here's your pen. Okay, so if you click out, you can choose like a thin pen, a marker. Say I'm gonna like, maybe I'm gonna make it like a little web. I'm gonna link this, I'm gonna draw a little arrow here or something to the next thing or whatever, right? You can choose how you like it. And then you're like, oh, no, I didn't really like that. So I'm gonna click my eraser, zoom, you can just erase that off. It's actually easier on my iPad. There is also a back button, right? So if you want to just erase your action, just hit the undo button up there. Sticky note. This one's kind of cool. So you might put, maybe you want to get other people involved. Can you guess what my favorite food is? And then this is actually the Canadian spelling, so I'm going to leave that. Maybe I want to change the color to that darker orange. How about that? There we go. And then there it is. There's my sticky note. So that's another way to, can you guess what my favorite food is? And then maybe, ooh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to click on here and there's little arrow guys and I'm going to maybe draw an arrow. Boom. Okay, and then, hey, I'm going to maybe put an image in here of, you guys will see this on my other page. One of my favorite foods is sushi. So I'm going to mimic that. There we go. So you can make it as interactive as you like, guys, okay? So there you go. There's some of the basics. You can change your background as well. If you want to put it as something like that. There's not too many options for background, but you can do it that way. And yeah, essentially the goal of this project, if I go back to the very start here, the goal of this project is to become very familiar with Jamboard. So go wild, make your pages as amazing as you can so that you can get super good using Jamboard.